watch us and they want to learn this kind of stuff, and these are the questions that I get. And you came out here never seeing any of these dogs. Right. I told you, hey, this dog does this dog does this, and then you're comfortable working the dog.
I always have a respect for the dogs, first part. You know, even though they're sport dogs, whatever, they're still, things can happen. There's still risk involved. So, I mean, doing it for years and years and years, you kind of get a little more comfortable. I mean, working certain dogs, you kind of get that feeling like, yeah, this one's going to come in, you know. He might lay me out, but, you know, it happens. After doing it for after the actual bite itself, not so much. I mean, I'd say shit happens, you know, but it's just, you just gotta have a healthy respect for the dogs and what they're capable of doing, be able to read dogs, understand them, you know, and it's the best way, you know, that's way I can put it.
And this is literally, what did Henrik say to you yesterday? Respect the dog.
Respect the dog.
And I don't know how often him and Henrik have ever had a conversation. I don't think they've ever even talked about that. No. But these are two completely different decoys that said the same thing. It's, yes, we know stuff can happen, but you just got to respect it. And as long as you're doing what you need to do, the dog's going to be safe, you're going to be safe, and the handler's going to be safe. And that's ultimately what you're shooting for.
I once, old PSA handler said, if you're scared to decoy, go to church. Basically, that's what he said. I mean, there's a certain level of it. Yes, it's kind of an adrenaline rush. You know, there's a certain level. It's not always 100% safe. You know.
So, how many times have you been bit?
For real? Live bites?
Yeah. Where you saw your own blood?
Honestly, about maybe 5 times.
How long have you been doing it?
Since '02. So, yeah. Mainly a lot were police dogs. Had a couple of sport dogs come up underneath the jacket, but a lot of times sport dogs kind of realize this is an equipment. Some they don't care, but I've had a few actual police dogs who are like, "No, where's your hand at? Can you find it?" You know, it's just it's par for the course basically. You know, it's an inherent risk you take. You get bit by dogs. You know,
you play with fire, you're gonna get burned eventually.
Exactly.
So, Landon, what questions would you ask? You got any? Just one question you want to ask him real quick, just off the top of your head, about decoying. Somebody you've never met before, and he obviously has a lot of knowledge. I mean, he showed me something weird. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna add that to my book.
That's how you learn.
This is where you learn. You ask questions. Huh? I can't hear you. Don't act like you know how to talk to your mom right now.
What's asked?
What decoy questions do you have?
I don't know. Put him on the spot. Let's say.
If you could give him one piece of advice from all your knowledge or experience, what would you tell him?
Just get in the suit and work dogs. Like I told you before, working suit, working sleeve, start learning dog behavior, reading dogs. Because a lot of times eventually you're going to do this for so long and you're going to like I want to do something with it. So after a while you're getting bit, you're like, well, maybe I want to go be a sport decoy, trial decoy, you know, and eventually I want to go train, you know. And part of it is actually, you know, understand dog body language and reading dogs, you know, it's not sitting there as a bite dummy. Of course, that's how we start out, as a bite dummy, you know, but just get repetitions in the suit and the sleeve. You know, stick with knowledgeable people. Unfortunately, in the dog world, there's some people that don't have, not to say they don't know, but they just don't have a lot of that knowledge, and you know, you don't want to put yourself at risk either. But
Knowledge is power.
it is just repetitions in that suit, man. Reps, and you're young, so you know you gotta.
What do you expect to see when you start to see progress?
The dog's starting to understand what we're asking of it, like with the Creed, how we're teaching them the out guard and kind of, wasn't not hover, but crowd decoy. You know, that's what I want to see. So that little step, and I reward him. You know, just he's taking that initial step towards me. Those are little steps. To me, that shows progress. You know, and you want to build small and build big. Some people just want that final product that day. They maybe do like a couple of reps. They're like, okay, dog's ready. It's like, no, man, you got to over and over and over. That dog has to understand it, and you'll see it. You can start telling, and that just comes with experience, man. Just working different dogs and seeing, you know, okay, this is working, this ain't working. You know, you see the progress every time you work the dog. Same thing with you as a decoy. You'll start seeing yourself, you know, getting better at technique. And the best thing to do is, you know, go find, you know, work with other decoys too. Guys that have been like, he's talking about Hervé. knowledgeable guys like that, and you gotta just pretty much.
You can't be afraid to fail.
Yeah, you're gonna fail. You're gonna, I'd say sometimes you get hurt, but stay healthy. It's a sport. You're an athlete. Stay healthy. And some inherent risk, but just jump in that seat, keep working dogs.
Yeah, we were talking about. He was like, yeah, because Harv came out to a trial. And he was doing stuff, and they went out and tried to get freight trained by dogs.
Yep.
And I don't know if you saw that video when we were in Denmark, and they were sending the dog at the cone, and you couldn't move till the dog was at the first cone. I hit the ground so many times. They're like, again. And I'm like, fuck, I'm tired. Again. You're not stopping until you make the dog miss. And you're like, all right, I guess we're just going to be out here all day.
Yeah.
And I probably was out there for a good 15, 20 minutes, and this dog just coming, and I'm getting knocked down, and then finally you make a miss, and it's like, oh, okay, I did it. And then like, do it again. It's like, no, I'm done.
Yeah, that's it, man. Repetition, just like a dog. You rep yourself.
And you're gonna fail. Like I said, we were over here, and you did something, and then the dog grabbed you. You said, oh fuck, I said, you messed up.
Yeah.
It happens. Jamil messed up earlier with the other dog. It happens, but you just get back in the game. Michael Jordan didn't make every game win the shot he took. Kobe didn't. Steph didn't. Nobody cares because they did make them. They kept shooting. If they would have stopped shooting, you wouldn't even know who Jordan was. When he got cut in high school, he quit. There would be no Jordan, so there would be no Kobe, there would be no LeBron. Like we'd be like looking at Dirk Nowitzki or something.
Hey, I like
Horse
Rose?
baby does.
Yep.
horse. I love that.